Okay. Um, can you tell me where you are in these photos?
It appears that I am in the Highlands of Scotland.
In all of them?
Let's see. I thought I saw. Nope, there's some in Iceland too. One's on top of a dormant volcano. There's some on the side of the highway.
Do you think that these locations in these photos would be a nice landscape for a film?
Oh yes, definitely.
Could you describe the days that you were having in these photos? Like, were they good? Were they bad? Like specific memories?
The Scotland photos. It was a fantastic day. I think it was much better than we even imagined it was going to be. Much more beautiful. Um, the Iceland ones, we were driving ourselves. It wasn't a tour, so it was a little. It was different. It was, we were making it up as we went, so it was a little bit more, kind of a little bit more of an adventure.
Um, how do you feel when like you see these photos? Do you feel exposed as the photographer becoming the subject?
No, because it's you guys looking at them. It's just us looking at them, so I feel like it's all good memories.
Alright, are you cool if I ask you some conceptual stuff, like relating stuff I learned in my film class to these pictures?
No, go ahead.
Alright, cool. Alright. Alright, I might rattle at you a little bit with like some definitions, but
Okay.
alright. Cresswell describes space as location, place as a meaningful location, and landscape as a human perception. What would you say these photos are? A location, meaningful location, or a human perception? Which one?
Meaningful location.
Lukenbiel describes landscapes as either a space, place, a spectacle, or a metaphor. For a landscape as a spectacle, he means that the landscape is more about the awe and the beauty of it. Do you think that if a film was shot in any of these locations, that the landscapes could distract the viewer from the narrative of the film?
I think they would be a spectacle for sure, but distract, I don't think so.
Do you like feel that there's a difference between the definitions of landscape and setting?
What were the definitions?
Oh no, just like your personal, like when
Landscape
you
and
think
setting.
of the words landscape and you think of the word setting. Like, do you think they're different? Do you think that they're like basically the same?
I think they're different.
Yeah. Do you think that these photos are a landscape or a setting?
It depends on the photo. There's some that are definitely big vistas, and they are definitely landscapes. But then there's some that are a little bit more that have a little bit more character, maybe a little house in them or something that's a little more close up that looks more like a setting.
So, do you think if you weren't in any of these pictures, if it was just the pictures of the places and there wasn't like a subject that was a person, do you think that that would change? Do you think that you would feel that they were all landscapes or all settings if you weren't in them?
It'd probably be more landscape than setting at that point.
Do you look at the photos? Like, do you have the photos that you took in the photos of me taking?
I'm sure I do.
Do you look at them very often?
Once in a while when I want to go back and remember, sometimes at work.
Do you think if there was a person in these photos that you would look at them more often, or do you look at them?
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. So, imagine that humans go extinct, and these landscapes remain the same as they are in these photos, but there are no humans around to see their beauty. How would you feel about that?
I think they would be pretty barren if they didn't have human perception. I don't think they would have this, and they would have no feeling. They would just be Earth.
All right. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.